Today I'm reviewing the Sensixx'x D190 motor steam iron from Bosch, which has a whole host of features that make ironing easier and more fun. As you can see, it's very futuristic looking, with loads of different buttons and lights, which I will come on to explain. Setting up the iron for the first use is easy. You just take any labels off and you remove the protective covering from the bottom, and then you fill up the water tank in here using a plastic jug that comes with the iron. There's a maximum fill line, which you can see here, so you've got to be really careful to make sure you keep an eye on how much you're putting in. The iron's been designed to use normal tap water, but you can use a combination of tap and distilled water if you want. The Sensixx'x D190 is fitted with a sensor steam function, which means that the iron only heats up when, you can just about see the red handle under here, is actually gripped, and it stops heating when you let go. The initial heating up process, as you can see, doesn't actually require you to grip this handle. When the iron's at the right temperature, there's a temperature indicator just here which will remain continuously lit. You set the temperature by twiddling the dial here. It's quite actually difficult to turn, it's quite stiff, but setting 1 is for synthetics, setting 2 is for silk and wool, setting 3 is for cotton, and then max is for linen. Now you'll also see there's 2 additional settings there. There's iTemp Advanced here, which basically means that you can use it with all fabrics that can be ironed, and it uses an appropriate combination of both temperature and steam to make sure that clothes aren't damaged by choosing the wrong setting. And there's also the anti-shine function right here, which basically you can choose that and it reduces the risk of ironing leaving shiny marks on items of clothing. And there's also a steam function with the iron, which you can adjust using this black set button here. So if you basically grip the handle and press set, you'll be able to choose from Eco, which has got the green light, Max, which has got a red light, or Off, which has no light at all. You can also use the steam function in a different way. So you can either, if you've got it set to Eco or Max, you generate steam by just pressing the red handle. Or if you want, you can just have bursts of steam, which you generate by gripping the handle and pressing this button. You can also use this button actually to steam clothes that are hanging. So if you've got a suit hanging up that's got creases in it, or if you've got curtains that are wrinkled, you simply hold up the iron vertically about 10 centimetres away from the piece of clothing or the curtains, and then you'll press this button. And you can hear the steam coming out there. So the question is, what's it like to use? Well, it's actually quite a heavy iron, which can take a bit of getting used to, but it does make ironing easier. So as you can see, I've pressed the handle, pressed the button here, so the iron's actually working, it's heated up, and the red lights come on. Men, I guess, will like the fact that there's all these different settings, all these different buttons, all these different lights, which basically means that, you know, it's a gadget really, it's not just an iron. It's really smooth, it's really quick, it's really easy to use, and it heats up really quickly, as well as cooling down quicker, more importantly, than our existing iron, our old iron, which is great from a safety point of view. Pouring in the water into here is really easy, without any drips whatsoever. If you've just got your iron sitting on your ironing board like this, it's really simple to pour it in. And while we've only had it for a week, we're already big fans. That's my review.